Welcome to another Greensboro.com high school football video. I'm Joe Serrera, and I am joined right now by Grimsley Whirly's head football coach, Darryl Brown. Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Your team is unbeaten heading into the final two games of the regular season. You can pretty much wrap up the Metro 4A title with a win Friday night at Ragsdale. What have you learned about your Whirlies through 4 games?
Well, obviously a different season, a different year for all of us. But the thing I'm most proud about our guys is just how hard we play. I think we can get a lot better in a lot of different areas. But every Friday, every time that we play, it's not necessarily a Friday night. But whenever we play, our kids play really hard, and they play for each other. And that's the thing that I'm the most proud of. And I think that's kind of helped us a lot during this time, is that our guys get along and they enjoy playing for one another.
You're coming off of a week without a game. What did your team focus on during that off week, and how did the players handle it? I mean, I know because when you get that opportunity, you're going to self-scout or you're going to talk to some other people about what they've seen from your team. But how did you guys approach it, and how did your players approach it?
Yeah, last week was really good for us. Obviously, we would have loved to have had a game with our short season. But we gave them Monday off, and then we practiced Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Tuesday and Thursday for us were really hard days. We did a lot of stuff competitive against one another, did a lot of things with our ones versus ones, offensively and defensively. And I think we really got better last week. And we used that time to really just focus on ourselves and making sure that we were doing the things that we needed to do to get better for the stretch run coming up. And we got after it hard those 2 days, specifically Tuesday and Thursday. And I thought our kids responded really well. And I look forward to seeing how we play tomorrow night after that week.
Want to talk to you a little bit about some of the guys who've kind of stepped up for you this year. Obviously, you lost our HSExtra.com Player of the Year, Quan Nora, running back to graduation. Jael Melton has gotten a lot of the touches that Quan had last year. How has he fit in with your program, and what has he given you guys?
Yeah, Jael has been a really good player for us. He's fit in really well. He's willing to do whatever's asked of him. He doesn't get quite as many carries in a game as what Quan got last year, just because we're a little bit different on offense. But I'm really impressed with the kind of blocker he is in pass protection. Does a really good job picking up blitzes. He's also a good receiver. In the past game, we've done a few things with some screens and some check downs to him. But he provides a lot for us offensively and catches on really quick, really smart kid.
You mentioned the offense a little bit different this year, maybe a little more pass-oriented or more balanced. You lost a quarterback also who was a senior last year who did great things in your system. Chris Ellis was a true dual-threat guy. Alonzo Barnett comes in this year, a little more of a passer, but also a heck of a good runner and a big physical runner at times. What has he brought to your offense and to your team, Alonzo?
Extremely poised. Never seems to get rattled. He's playing in front of a really young offensive line. A lot of inexperience up front for us. We have 2 seniors that have never played offensive line that start there, and then we have 2 sophomores and a junior that was a JV player last year. So that whole unit is extremely different. And, they've had some trials and tribulations, but they're playing really well also. But Alonzo does a great job of, keeping them guys calm and focused on what's going on. But he's really poised. He never gets rattled. He sees things developing as it happens down the field. Has a really strong arm. Just a great intellect of the game. Just really understands the game really well.
Talked just now a little bit about your offense. Everybody who follows high school football in the area knew you had a lot of talent returning on defense. You got to start up front with Travis Shaw and Tamori Thompson. Linebackers, you got Quentin Williamson, Sincere Burnett, Clifton Buckram. I mean, that is a really, really strong group. What have you seen on that side of the ball from your guys, and where can they improve as you head toward the playoffs?
Well, they played really well, and we expected them to play really well, and we needed them to play really well for us to have a good start. We were counting on those guys tremendously to get us off to a good start, because there is so many returners there, and guys have just been in our system for several years, especially at the linebacking position. We got 4 young men that have been basically 3-year starters for us, all 4 of them. But we can get better. We can get better in a lot of areas and on each side of the football. Coach Rigsby and our defensive staff does a great job with them guys, and they're always challenging them and kind of giving them new things each week that they want to see them improve on and get better at. We've been able to be a little bit more multiple this year on that side of the ball just because of how much experience those guys have. So we've been able to kind of change a few things and get some different fronts and some different looks. And so we're still trying to evolve a little bit there, and hopefully the next couple of weeks get a little bit better and use some things that will help us as we kind of get ready for the playoffs.
And that evolution is going to continue Friday night. You guys travel over to Ragsdale. What do you see from Coach Johnny Boykin's Tigers team when you look at them?
Well, Coach Boykin does a great job over there. I have a lot of respect for him and known him for a long time. His teams always play hard. They're always fundamentally sound. Defensively, and I don't know what he thinks, but I think defensively up front, they're pretty good on the defensive line. They return a couple of guys that have played the last few years for them, but they're I don't know who coaches the defensive line for him, but they do a good job, I feel like, playing technique and playing their responsibilities. They don't get upfield. They play on the line of scrimmage. They squeeze down blocks really well. So, you know, that group, I think, has played really well. But his teams always play hard. They always play tough. He's got some dynamic players on the offensive side of the ball. And number 2, number 5, number 6, the running back, number 21, has been in the program for a few years. All those guys provide an element that you have to be aware of, and they have the opportunity to score on you quick with them.
What do your guys have to do on Friday night to come out of there with the win and keep things rolling?
The same things that we talk about every week. Offensively, I would like to see us just continue. We have spurts offensively where we play really well for a few series, and then we may have a couple series where we kind of sputter out for whatever reason. I would like to see us clean those kind of things up, and I think we've done a good job of not turning the football over this year, and we want to continue that. That's always big for us on the offensive side of the ball. And defensively, we like to create a few more turnovers. We've done a good job, limiting opposing teams to getting them to 3 and outs and that kind of stuff. But we'd like to maybe create a few more turnovers on that side of the ball. So, and that kind of comes from just us rallying to the football and getting hats there. And so that's the thing that we've kind of made a point of emphasis for us on the defensive side. But, if we continue to play hard and play together and do what we're supposed to do on each side of the ball, then we'll be okay. And we look forward to the challenge on Friday at their place.
Sounds good. We wish you nothing but luck Friday night, closing out the regular season and in the playoffs.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.